What up, y'all? Sweet. What it do? Welcome to you. If you are new, welcome to you too. This is your girl, Lottie, here at Tears and Wheat to Roll Show, where you show enough never know what you're going to get. It's now 11:20 on Saturday, January the 10th, 2026, when we are leaving this message. We are like, ooh, it's such a fun time of the year, because, like, today is January the 10th, and then 2026 is 1, so it's 111. It's like 3 ones. So it's going into tomorrow, which is 1111, 4 ones. So this time is all about plans, stability, going forward, being encouraged, right? Standing up for what you believe in, holding firm to what you believe in, and dreaming really big for you. That's what I'm getting mostly. Like, dreams so huge where, like, you almost embarrassed to tell somebody that you dream that big. Like, you know, if you told somebody, like, I'm gonna be the next Jeff Bezos, or I'm on that Bezos level, like, I'm out of the motherfucking stratosphere, I'm on that 3,000 type of energy, people will be looking at you like you just talking shit. But I think that's where you're supposed to be at, like right now. Like, talk so big and so huge into yourself, and a lot of universe to give you, you know, that. Like, can you believe that the universe will deliver onto you something as huge as that you can dream it and express it, like your imagination? Like, allow yourself to be in that energy to go there. Hey sis, thank you so much. You know what? It was your comment that got me up, like, okay, we need to get up and get going. And I actually was laying in the bed, scrolling through. We were hunting. We were hunting for a specific short. It keeps coming back to us. It's something about it being electric, because for a long time, and even sometimes in our lives it still happens, like, it doesn't matter which mic we're using or which device we're recording on, depending on what we're saying, it's this electrical interference that comes through. And the way it happened on this video, it was so, like, wow. Where, I mean, like, we were literally saying something, and the eyes were closed, and we was doing like this to the camera, like pointing at something, and as soon as we did that, you could just hear this electricity just shoot through the video. It was just like, what? And it's like, started crackling and all this craziness. We were like, what the hell, right? And then we can't find it. We were talking actually about the practice of return to sender, is what we were talking about, because y'all know we don't do return to sender, right? We don't get into energetic warfare. And so we were saying that we offer all things unto the eternal Lord of all creation, unto the AO, the Alpha and the Omega, where they receive all of it, and then they review, they place their judgment and discernment, and then they divvy out based on what they feel or they know they've judged, right? Their righteous judgment to be given to whoever, right? So I'm gonna get what I'm supposed to get regardless, right? And whoever, all of us will, like, again, all of our hearts will be weighed. We will all face judgment, you know, and it's according to the works of your particular hands. And so when we were saying that and conveying that principle about why we don't get into the return to sender, even though it's so prominent, I'm saying people could do what they want to do, right? But in these spiritual streets, like in Prestige 444, be saying 444s, she be always saying like these spiritual streets. It's funny, but it's true. A lot of people do that. It's like warfare and fighting and all this shit. And it's like, how do you stop the warfare if people keep engaging in it? Like, somebody has to surrender the practice of slinging energetic arrows back and forth. And so we took the position that we would not engage in that. We would put it in the God box and have the Most High God divvy to, you know, I don't know, I'm hearing trouble the waters. So the Most High God is going to do what it needs to do with it. All of that to say is the Spirit had us down that road again, and we were really trying to find it, because not only is it's in a very old video. I want to say we did it like almost 3 years ago, right around the beginning of the channel, within the first year. this conversation happen. And I can't find it. I can't find the short. I can't find the actual video. So I don't know like what happened to it. And it's so odd. And it's crazy because I even posted it to the community page because I was talking to the spiritual savage at that time. He's another content creator. And we had discussed like return to sender. And I sent him that video, like I tagged him on the community page, like this is why we don't do it. Because when we were talking about return to sender, and we literally did this, I mean, I think our eyes were closed and everything. We weren't even paying attention. We were channeling what was coming up. And this electricity just like shot through. And I mean, like you could hear it. Like, it was crazy. And so when I sent it to him, it was like, yeah, this is why we don't do that. Because you don't know the energy that you are generating and what you put out and what you say out. And even like through your body gestures, like you are always emitting. So it's something to be mindful of the energy that comes off of you, the energy that generates and wells up in you, and the energy that comes off of you that you put out. It's almost given like somebody needs to kind of understand the literal sense of like, I'm seeing like Dragon Ball Z. I'm seeing like Gohan and Goku. You know, I'm seeing like these characters where they've learned how to master that energy and like let it swell up and swell up and swell up and swell up and swell up, and then they could take it and like push it forward. So we have been practicing harnessing energy. It is something that Spirit has been like working with us like on a personal level to harness those gifts. They are important, you know, in terms of energy work, and even things like telekinetic, right? The ability to move things or to manipulate the energy around an object so that you can, you know, make it move. So we are working on those gifts. It's getting stronger. We were able to do it, and it's always like when we not, it's like we'll be trying, focusing and focusing and focusing, and as soon as that focus break, it shifts. You'd be like, are you serious? But we couldn't get it to the point where we were being able to replicate and see it happen, right? So now we're getting a little bit stronger, and we've been seeing, you know, some things. So somebody is definitely going to recognize new gifts coming in. I'm getting telepathy getting stronger. We notice our telepathy is like heightened. The ability, like if you are a reader, you see us do it all the time, and it's getting stronger and stronger, and the ability to perform more consistently is coming in, like to trust, where you will feel the card, you will feel it. I feel this, I feel this, I'm feeling this card, I'm feeling it, or I'm seeing this card, and then you lift your hand up, you turn it over, and it's the card that you are feeling and that you are seeing. The Spirit is showing it to you, they're making you feel it, and then they show it to you. So it's always it's giving me like the seeing is last, which is why we always kind of say, hopefully you hear and then see so that you may believe, right? They were taking us through a couple of things. We never found the one particular video we were looking for, but we saw like so many other supernatural occurrences that make it evident that the Spirit is present. Like another old video for like 2-3 years ago, same thing. We pulled a card, cards are laid out, did like this with our hand, didn't touch anything, and what happened? Boom, cards jump off the table. It was like, you know, so many ways that the Spirit lets you know that you have the ability to harness its power. But what do we do to amplify it, to magnify it, to target it, to harness it? And it's giving focus so that you can be more consistent and replicate. And Spirit is giving me this failure anxiety. Like, are you afraid of either failing, or are you afraid that it's not real? Are you afraid of yourself? Yeah. Afraid of self and how powerful you actually are. Like the Spirit hints to somebody all the time that you have so much untapped power in some sort of reservoir within you, that the knowingness or the thought of how powerful you actually are can scare you. And I can get that. I get it. Like, we felt the same way. Like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, like, the more and more, like, especially over the last week or so with us practicing in the gift of telekinesis, is like, okay, as soon as I can feel and harness it and I can see the energetic impact is moving, it's shifting, and then it's like to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, because it takes so much strength and concentration. It's like, whoo, break. And then I'm feeling so many things at the same time. Not only is it like focusing on what it is I intend to do on the object and the energy around it, the energy within self. And then when it starts to happen, it's like the excitement, like, oh, we did it. Like, again, like that Queen of Wands and the Light Seer, when she's like holding her wand and she gets the fire to come out, it's like, oh, it's there, it's there, it's there. But then you gotta hold the focus that it took to make it ignite, and then even garner the energy to grow the light. So it's given like somebody who's in the middle of, like, not just, it's kind of like somewhere between, I don't just feel the night, because you don't feel impulsive, Knight of Wands. You don't feel impulsive, and you don't feel like you're just rushing off to do something. It's somewhere between the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, like having this inspiration, having this gift, and learning and being inspired to grow deeper, but kind of being a little bit timid and pulling away from it, but excited to go into it. It's like this mixed bag of emotion. That's what we've been picking up. I feel like it's happening to others, especially if you are really, focusing on honing your spiritual gifts and wanting to go further. You may be dealing with the failure anxiety and, like, okay, I'm on the precipice of something. Either we're going to go all the way with it or it's not going to happen. And somebody is kind of like, do I go all the way with it? And if I do go all the way with it, what's going to happen? It's something between those two. And they're not mutually exclusive. So you could be feeling both of them. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's so wild. Hey, Miss Monica, thank you so much for tapping in. Hey, sis. You know what? Yeah, sometimes it is like that. How would life be different if I had to recognize my power sooner? And I knew, and we were even thinking about that. We were thinking about so many things that we were called to as a child, and you kind of got to think about, like, why? Why was I was literally one of my favorite writers, and still is Stephen King. One of my favorite movies was Carrie. Not just because, like, her mother was like super psycho with the religious shit, but it's more like it's almost like it's the fact that she was gifted. I felt her story from being bullied and ostracized and kind of set aside, not even having all the nicest clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just a kind of social oddity. And then the fact that she was gifted, that she had these gifts. Not only was she telepathic, but she was telekinetic. She was living in a world where people did not understand who she was. She didn't even understand. Her mother was trying to pray the demon out of her because her mother probably also knew that they family had some sort of gift too. And, like, she just didn't. She knew from a very young age that Carrie was gifted. Yeah, Carrie was. I fucking love that movie, man. Thank you so much, Gentle Goddess Teams. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Freaking love Carrie. Another movie, Carrie was huge, but for some reason I got stuck. But it's another movie that I was trying to pull back to. But it was anything with, like, gifts and supernatural, like, stuff. Like, I just knew it was just something. It was something about it that just always hit my spirit, hit my heart. So we gonna pull a couple cards and then we gotta go. I got a lunch date that pulled up kind of early, so we finna go hang out with the nephew. I'm so excited. Yeah. The Shining. Yes, it was The Shining. Danny what? Because, and it was not just Danny that did it for me, it was the maintenance man. It was the maintenance man. The fact that he was one, he was our shade, like I could resonate with him ethnically, um, and then it was like he could talk to Danny telepathically, and they knew, right? He knew, he could see the shine on Danny. He knew what it was, and it was like how the fact that we don't always talk about it because we've been told that it's been demonized, like your gifts, you can't use them and you can only use them in a certain kind of way. But it's so many people that are gifted and that I feel like they experience some crazy phenomenon all the time and they don't share it, or they are afraid to share it, right? Mari, get the door, nephew is here. Okay. So we're gonna pick this up as soon as we get back from lunch, y'all. But this is what I'm feeling. Um, when I tell y'all, we going back through the shorts because we couldn't find the one we were looking for. But Spirit was showing us like so many different ones where things moving, crazy orbs, things that look like apparitions, not orbs, not like a little ball of light. We talking about a stream of light or something very floaty, light, feathery. You know, you can see it come out of nowhere and then either absorb in or it'll come out and fly off somewhere else. And it depends on what is being said, and sometimes it's like significant like that. Like pay attention to what was said when the orb or the entity showed up. They're giving me other bodied entities. Everything that you see is like again, it's not an orb, and you know the difference. You know the difference when you see just lights floating around and people, you know, you can tell, okay, it's something going on because you can see the orbs coming in and out or in their space. And I don't know, some people that shit be looking fake, like they got on a goddamn strobe light in the background and some shit trying to make it look like something. But you could tell when things like it's some that we've seen that an apparition, it comes out in like a circle and fly past the camera, like things like that. Ladybugs, yeah, and I love ladybugs. It's something like, and in the winter, that's so odd. Like, where did it come from? Right? The spirit just told us about bird seeds last week, and we got bird seeds, and we like it's winter, it's not any birds around. But we looked out the window in the backyard, it was birds sitting on top of a branch in the snow looking for food to eat. We were like, okay, well, I guess that's what we were supposed to be doing. Communication. Look for the ways that the spirit communicates with you. Somebody is getting some very, and today's the 10th, right? January the 10th. And look, 10th. And I'm picking up, it's not just a mirror effect, but I'm picking up something like in terms of duality, the other side. If you are a person that likes Stranger Things, like the upside down world or something like that, 10 and 13 is 23. I'm getting change. And don't be afraid, like having failure anxiety over the change that's coming. I'm getting like you are getting ready to either you are facing another version of you. It could be future you and past you, and you have to figure out how to be the present you. I'm not for sure what's going on, but it feels definitely like something that's reminding you of your multi-dimensional self, that you have all this energy that you can harness. You have gifts that are yet to even be discovered, and some of them can't present themselves because you are afraid of yourself. It's giving failure anxiety, like avoiding failure. So avoiding failure also means avoiding success. It means being stuck in the planning mode or stuck where your potential is locked away. Success is achieved by trying, but I'm seeing the word training. Success is achieved by training, which is why we felt like the spirit had us in training. And we weren't even able to talk about it until today, where, again, training telepathically, training telekinetically, like digging into those deeper gifts, and it comes as you dig deeper into yourself. It's a deeper level of enlightenment, like to work in this arena with the Alpha and the Omega, having them guide you, is going to help you discover something else. It could be additional spiritual help, because they also been giving us this, like Five of Pentacles. Somebody may feel like this, like low on energy or feeling left out, alone, and isolated, but you're not. You're supposed to learn how to do something on your own as a sovereign free agent, right? Here's the King of Swords to say, Spirit of Truth is saying you're supposed to learn how to do something as a sovereign free agent, even though you have all this spiritual help, right? Is something being brought to you from the other side. Like it's giving subconscious awareness of things like that are so deep within, that are laying dormant and that are being pulled up so that you can operate in it. Not only face failure anxiety and kind of cure that, and a part of it was setting your own level of success. Spirit took us back to, sometimes videos like the uploads won't get a lot of traction. It'd be 20, 30, 40 views. And sometimes you can be like, oh man, I really want it to be like the big numbers. And you see other people who are messaging and they don't always put out, I can't judge. But you know the phenomenal fucking work you do. I'm just saying. It ain't nothing to rock your motherfucking socks off. It ain't no extra special. You only got to know that when the Most High God is going to do it for you, it's going to happen for you, and don't pay attention to what anybody else is doing. You set your own bar of success and don't get into the comparison, because we were looking like, oh, I can't wait, or maybe it's not going to. So don't even let the maybe it's not going to come into your mind. Kick that energy out and stay hell bent, bars to the wall. It's giving hell bent. Like, stood 10 toes down, for real, on it. Like, no matter how long it take, no matter how much you feel like you've been beat up going through it, whatever you were supposed to birth is going to happen. It's going to happen. But it's something about learning to be sovereign and to push past the anxiety of failure. To don't even be afraid of yourself. Like, what if the spirit is coming through to do a certain thing, and now all of a sudden, like, that thing doesn't happen and I look like an asshole, right? Because that'd be one of those things, like, nobody's going to believe that I'm fucking telekinetic, that I can manipulate the energy around a thing and then it fucking moves. But it's like, what are you fucking talking about? Because the spirit has shown the people who have eyes to see and ears to hear already. So if you put your hand over a section of cards and be like, damn, I feel their emotions. I don't know what they're going through, but it feels chaotic. And you move your hand and all the fucking cards jump off the table. That's a display of energy right there. And you wave your hand over it and the cards lift up. That's energy right there. It's like so many different ways the card is sitting right here and it just flip off. You know that you're in the presence of something else. And people are going to either discount it or they will accept it, because you will always have doubters and naysayers, beloved. Everybody is not going to believe. And even when those who do see it, they may not think that it's something positive that's working with you. Especially the way, again, our culture has been geared to believe that our spiritual connection to our ancestors and to our lineage, to the Most High God, the energy that is contained within, the energy that is self, and the energy that is in the atmosphere, that we can harness it and do some amazing things. And you have to wonder why people did not want you to know how powerful you are. Because if you knew that you were a pixel of the Most High God itself, you were not fit to be a slave. You could mentally come out of it. So they have to disempower you and demonize your connection to your true power and to your true essence in order to keep you in a subdued state, to keep your power dormant. And Spirit has been working with us to kind of come forward with these conversations and get a little bit deeper into it, to tell people, like, do you understand how powerful you are and why your power has been demonized? Why is so much, like, it's just like mass institutions that tell you not to use your power. It's systemic operations coming against the use of your power, which is why I was like, why the fuck can I not find this one short? And there's so many of them up there that's like, to me, mind blowing, where like you're seeing and through the veil the freaking bird on a tree that is on this shade, that when you lift the shade up you can see through the window that there's no tree. There's literally no tree right there. But when you look at the shade shows the tree and a bird that just flew off of this bitch. But when you look through the window that's right here to both planes, seeing both planes at the same time, people do not believe it. They don't. They don't. It's like turning you against yourself. You being this beautiful phenomenon of such a wealth of power. Like not even knowing that you truly could harness that shit like Dragon Ball Z. Like they show you yourself in cartoons, but you don't believe that's you. High Priestess and Queen of Wands. This is who we were talking about, right? This High Priestess, Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands and the Light Seer, she's generating light in her hand. Right? And as soon as she sees it, it's like you can see the excitement. But how much does it take to harness it and to grow it, to wield it, to target it? Right? When you understand those deep levels of yourself, you will understand why you were hunted, why your lineage was unalive, why there was a war raged against you. Because I told you, I didn't feel like the Knight of Wands was you. I don't. But I feel like we need to start balancing the scales and balancing the energy. And a part of it is, what do we do to one another? Because the war that's being raged is not just on a personal level. It's not. Again, it's bigger than that. It's systemic, right? It's like, if you are into the whole thing of slinging energy back and forth, then you just are staying in the war instead of looking at how do we start to call judgment. When you start to surrender things onto the God box and you start to just put it up there and ask the Most High God to deal with it, then justice can be had, like the balancing can occur. But right now, because you send, I don't know, it's something with that 3 of Cups and we see 7 of Cups. That's 10 of Cups. And it's all about you managing and harnessing your energy. 3 of Wands. Something about planning, intentions, intensity, waiting for something. You could be calling something. It could be something calling up from your past. It could be from lineage. It could be from kingdom. It could be from institution. It could be celebration. It could be 11:11, right? Something that you need. 3 of Wands, 11:11. There's something that you need to take some sort of action. The right action that's going to bring stability. And I'm feeling like a wine. It is something. It's got to be a wine, right? Because it's going to move you to this queen. Or it may even mature you to the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, see, look, something is being raised up, or judgment needs to come. Justice. So, for this quick message, don't be afraid of your gifts. Spirit is getting ready to transform somebody. The old person that you used to be is gone. And your future self is looking at you. It's communicating something to you. It's telling you that it's changing you. It's changing everything around you. But don't be afraid of you, and don't be afraid of what has been, I'm here afraid of you, what has been set before you, what you come to do, or the success that's due for you. When I keep saying like something super big that your heart and your mind won't even allow you to believe it. But that's the thing that you need to have faith on, beloved. Let it be so big. And we were getting, like I said, we used the example theory recently of like Madison Square Garden, like global big. Think global. Think out of this world. Because global is like neighborhood shit. Now, anything could travel around the planet. It's the internet. But when you talking about your shit shooting through the motherfucking cosmos, through the ethers, and you got other bodied energies coming in to interrupt your shit, now you know you on to something, beloved. We'll be back later. Thank y'all so much for listening. To the next Now This Was Done. Ashe, beloved. Mwah.